Yes, good morning, class. Yesterday we started our chapter The Tempest. And you see the picture? Two persons are there. One is father and another is daughter. The father is Prospero and the daughter is Miranda. Prospero, you have read yesterday also that he is a very big magician, and with the help of his magic he raised a false storm into the ocean, and he took his daughter to the ocean to tell the story how they reached that island. So the storm is there and a ship is there, and in the ship some persons are there. They are the king of Antonio and the king of Naples. So what did they do? They raised a false storm, and first of all, the son of Antonio, Ferdinand, he jumped into the sea, and Ferdinand saved himself, and he sat on the rock. Then Prospero sent his gentle spirit Ariel there, and Ariel commanded Ferdinand, and he brought him to Prospero and Miranda, where Miranda was surprised to see a man, because she has seen only her father, who had a grey beard, and Ferdinand was very smart and beautiful. They both looked at each other, and she was no goddess but simple maiden. Prospero was pleased that two had fallen in love at the first sight. And when Ferdinand and Miranda they looked at each other, they fall into love. Prospero was very happy, and he wanted to test their love by putting difficulties in their way. And now Prospero wanted to test whether they love each other truly or not. So he decided to put some difficulties into their way. So up to here we have read yesterday, and now we are going to start the next. Prospero spoke to Ferdinand harshly. "You are a spy," he told him. "You have come here to seize the island from me. Let me tell you, you won't succeed. I will tie you up. The only food you are going to get are shellfish and roots." So Prospero wanted to test the love. So he spoke very harshly that you are a spy. Spy is a person who secretly watches and reports on others. And you will be given a very small food, only shellfish and roots. Miranda was in tears. Miranda felt very bad. "Dear father," she cried, "why are you so unkind? Have pity on him." But Prospero did not listen. He found some hard tasks for Ferdinand to perform. "Pile up these logs of wood," he commanded him. And Prospero was very harsh to him, and he gave him work to pile up the logs of wood, and he commanded him. Ferdinand obeyed, but he soon grew tired, and for he was not used to such hard work. Miranda found him sitting exhausted by the logs. Little did she know that her father was smiling with delight at her. Invisible to them, he was standing nearby and listening to all they said. He was delighted to find that they two were so much in love. So father wanted to test the love, therefore he gave a hard task to Ferdinand. Ferdinand did not refuse, and he was doing all the things, all the work, but he was very much tired. He was exhausted. because he was a prince and he had not done such type of work. So Prospero became invisible and he was present there and he was watching all the conversation and all the activities of his daughter and Ferdinand. Now, what is your name? Ferdinand asked her. Miranda, she answered, telling her name along with her father had commanded not to do her so. They both asked each other's name and they were Ferdinand and Miranda. In a fine speech, Ferdinand told her that one day he would be the king of Naples and she should be his queen. This made Miranda weep with joy. She answered him very simply, I am your wife if you will marry me. So Ferdinand explained everything, that one day he will become the king of Naples and Miranda would become his queen, and this made Miranda weep with joy. Means she was very happy, but she was weeping also with joy. And she answered him very simply, I am your wife if you will marry me. Prospero had heard enough. He was not sure that they loved each other truly, and therefore he made himself visible and said with the kindest of smile, I have overheard all, Ferdinand. I have treated you harshly. I admire. I will make up you for it by giving you my daughter. I merely wanted to test your strength of your love. And while listening the conversation of Ferdinand and Miranda, Prospero made him visible and he asked Antonio that he would make up for it by giving his daughter. I merely wanted to test the strength of your love. I must leave you now, and for I have work to do elsewhere. Sit down and talk till I come back. Miranda and Ferdinand were happy to obey, and he allowed both boy and girl, Miranda and Ferdinand, to enjoy and to talk with each other. Prospero called Ariel to him. Well, my brave spirit, what's news of my brother and the king of Naples? He asked him, because his brother and king of Naples were also in the ship. Now Prospero wanted to know about them from Ariel. Ariel laughed. I left them almost out of their senses, he said. They were half dead with hunger and weariness. Means they are half dead due to hunger and weariness, means tired. I reminded them of their evil treatment to you and told them that they were being punished for it. So Ariel reminded them everything they have done with Prospero and also told them that the punishment is being given to them only for this. You should have seen their faces. They were filled with remorse at their wicked deeds. They were so miserable that I had pity them. If you pity them, Ariel, then I, as human beings like themselves, ought to pity them all the more. Bring them here once, and my pretty Ariel. So Ariel has tortured Antonio and the king of Naples a lot. They were hungry, they were tired, and now Prospero ordered Ariel to bring them here. Ariel flew off obediently with wild music. Ariel drew the repentant man to Prospero cave, and he brought both the persons to Prospero cave. With them came King Gonzalo, who 12 years before had helped Prospero in his distress. With them, King of Gonzalo also came there, who helped Prospero in his distress. Distress means the great pain and suffering, who helped him. At first, three men did not recognize Prospero in his magician robe and long white beard, but when Prospero thanked Gonzalo for saving his life and that of his daughter, they knew who he was. At first, the three persons, who are the three persons? Antonio, king of Naples, and Gonzalo. They could not recognize Prospero because he has become a magician. He had long beard. But when he thanked Gonzalo for his help, then they came to know that he was Prospero. Prospero's forgiveness, and so did the king of Naples. Prospero readily forgave them, and they promised to give him back his dukedom. They all promised to give his kingdom back. To the king of Naples, Prospero said, I have a gift for you too. So saying, he opened a door and showed them Ferdinand, who was playing chess with Miranda. So, what was the gift? The gift was his son, who was playing chess with Miranda. Great was the joy of father and son to find each other alive and well. So both father and son were very happy because they saw each other alive. Let us all forgive and forget, said Prospero. Our troubles are over now. And they all forgive and forget the all bad things. Prospero then assured his guests that their ship and all the crew were safe. They were all going to leave for Naples the next morning before he left the island. And Prospero promised all the persons that they were going to leave the island tomorrow morning. And before he left the island, Prospero buried his books of magic deep in the earth and his magic wand as well. He would not need use this magic power hereafter. So, but before going, what did he did? He buried the books of magic and his magic wand into the earth because he would not need them anymore. Why should he? He had obtained all that he wished for. He had brought his brother and the king of Naples to repentance. He had received his dukedom back because he has made realized the king of Naples and his brother Antonio that they had done the wrong things. And he has received his dukedom back, his kingdom back. Above all, Miranda was going to marry Ferdinand, the king of Naples, ear and man she loved. Prospero now turned to Ariel and gave him his freedom. And now Prospero turned to Ariel, the gentle spirit, and gave him his freedom. My quaint Ariel. Quaint means attractive in unusual or old-fashioned way. He said sadly, I shall miss you very much, but go. You are free now. Ariel was filled with delight. He flew away singing his pretty song. Ariel was very happy because he was free now and he was singing his very lovely song. And what is the song? Where the bees books there suck I. In a cowship's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do fly. On the bat's back I do fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hang on the bough. So Ariel was very happy that he was very now free, and he will lie in the petal of the cowslip flower, and he will sleep in his couch, and he was very happy and enjoying all the things. So it's enough. It's the complete chapter now. You will do the exercise with the head of chapter. Thank you.